Hello. Good day, sir. How's it going? I know what you're saying. Why don't you show them? But it's cold. We need a hat here. It's windy, it's cold, and we're gonna play some Illuvium. So on the program today, we're gonna reach wave 20 plus because there right now, if you didn't know, there is an event going on in the Phantom Discord. So the Illuvium Guild Phantom is hosting the Arena Marathon event. And to participate, you can post every day a screenshot of your wave 20 or more finish. So you need to beat at least wave 20, and then you post a screenshot in the Discord, and that gives you a raffle ticket for the giveaway at the end. So that's what we're gonna do together. Look at that. Number 1, Dr. Spoon, Phantom Zone. You love to see it. Let's try to beat him. I'm not watching, I didn't check out the screenshot channel yet, so I don't know what team composition everybody is using, so because I don't want to be biased from somebody else to copy, but it gets so hard to not copy it and to not be influenced by it. So I didn't look at any compositions. I'm just gonna try to find my own way. And it looks like it's gonna be another Bloom day, maybe. Double Bloom. We also got Dual F and Rampfire, a Seer. We got a few tanks as well. That's not too bad. But now we should try to beat the first wave, which is gonna be hard with our gauntlet, especially versus a stage 3 Volante, so I don't think we'll be able to beat this wave. With his ability, he's probably gonna one-shot us. Yes, sir. Also stealing the energy. We loaded up for ability now. Alright. That never happened. Let's do a real one. By the way, after this game of Illuvium, I wanna watch Najif's video. Najif, he posted a new video, and I would really like to watch it. You think? No, we probably need a damage dealer and a tank versus a big rogue like this. So let's play it kind of like that, I guess. Ish. Should be alright. Yeah, did I show you the image for it? Boom. There it is. All the information you need. It happened yesterday, but it doesn't matter if you're late to the party, right? You can't just come on the last day, post a screenshot, you get one raffle ticket, and you might win the prize. Prizes are 5 Illuvium Beyond discs that have been donated into our donation wallet. So if you enjoy those events, if you want to see more of them, and if you have a few Illuvium assets laying around that you don't need, feel free to put them on the donation wallet of the guild. Everything that is gonna be put on there is gonna be raffled out in some way or another to the community again. Alrighty, put the armor on. Allure is gonna be tough, especially if he wins the... Well, he doesn't win the hyper bonus. But I don't know if we can get away with 120 mastery points. We shall see. Looking good as always. Thank you, Mr. Spoon. You're looking good on the rank 1 on the leaderboards, man. Excited to see that. I'm trying to beat you to it. I never knew you were such a arena advocate. Cool to see. Illuvium expert. That's the role Dr. Spoon is having right now in the Phantom as a team member. And being ranked first in arena, even though he's even more an expert in other games, says a lot, huh? Yeah, should we just go into fighter for the early game? I really can't be bothered to play anything else these days. It's too easy of an early game and I'm so used to it, but I gotta practice other early games. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a hard time in PvP, I feel like. But for now, we're gonna do that. I really want to try to find some decks that have at least like 3 fighters in them. Or 2 fighters with the ranger for the early game. And then maybe you can use them in your late game composition, or maybe you just bring them as extras and throw them out in the late game, like we do it right now in the survival. But I've tried around with Scions, with Bulwarks. Rogues works pretty good early on as well. But nothing really beats fighters at the moment for early game. And yeah, and I don't think there's any real late compositions. Like everything that goes 30 plus usually doesn't have fighters in them. So I guess we can just bring them as extras. We have 30 cards anyway, or maybe just three fighters could be alright also for a late game team. Or especially if you go for Arcanite or Behemoths and stuff that has fighters in them. It would work pretty well. I think we can sell the armor since it's just 2 empaths right here. But then we have to put our range on the outside because she gets super squishy without the armor. So we do need that. Let's go, you can do it. Thank you, man. I will try. I'll try my hardest. It's the first run of the day. Didn't look up any other compositions. Didn't check out what you played. I will if I'm struggling. I might take a sneak peek and check it out. But for now, we're just freestyling. Pretty easy. Seer should be. We should be able to deal with Seer with 3 fighters right here. It's gotta. Wow, it's gonna be pretty close though, because as soon as the Seer is dead, he's gonna have casted on the fighters, so the fighters are like pretty low, and then a ramp fee Omega comes in. So we might just, for good measure, get one more guy in for 40 cost. Something like this Arcus maybe. Should be alright. Just to make sure Ramp fee doesn't Omega onto our units, and he should Omega down here. Let's see how low our units actually get from that Seer spin. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not close. We probably could have done it just with the 3 units, but if there is a Ramp fee Omega coming onto those 3 units, I could have been pretty close. And I don't want to restart anymore. We had that level 1 screw up, and now we're just rushing through wave 20. One fighter, 1 Foros, and a Malura. I'd like to have something else than the Arcus to sit in the backline. More something like an Archie. Atlas. And actually, let's bring in another. We have 2 waters already. So might as well bring in the 3rd water. Downgrade the armor. And hopefully we should be alright. Range on the outside again, keep her safe. And focus the Foros first, because he can do a crazy amount of damage. How's the internet looking? Dropped frames 2%. It's really good. Nice. Easy peasy. So let's think about our late game composition. Who's gonna be our main carries? Either it's Phosphorus with Malura, or it's gonna be Duelef with some waters and probably a Steam Ranger or a Tsunami Invoker Ranger. Okay, if we want to do Invoker, we cannot do Steam or Tsunami because we only have Air and Nature here. Could do a Steam Arcanite and bring all of them in. Looks like an expensive deck. Light's Chosen, only stage 1, so this doesn't give Omegas can crit to your units. Stacking up Omega power. That's it. No crit on Omegas. So either we have to go Phantom Ranger to bring crit to our Ramfire, or we're not playing Ramfire. I really do want to play Ramfire though. He's Phantom, he's my favorite unit I think in the game. Sounds a bit cliche because he's also the most prestigious unit, but he's Just by playing him, he became my favorite unit. He wasn't my favorite unit just looks-wise. Are we beating this wave? Just throwing in something to be sure. Didn't really look at the wave. I just see a lot of units. 5 Earth, 3 Scion. If they have some good casts, we might die. Look at that. Almost one-shot us there. Range is dead. Yeah, that's probably it. Next cast, we're all gonna die. Our Slappin is carrying some weight though. And maybe our Atlas is gonna be able to tank for him. No. Well, he's getting all the casts. That's my bad. I was lost in team composition. I didn't really check the enemy board. And we did want to throw in one more. This stuff happens. Feels like I have to take a checkpoint just to save those 5 minutes of early game. Kinda feels bad though. One last restart. Bear with me. Oi Mal. What is going on? How do we beat this wave last time? With a little Doka. With a little Doka, but then we need no armor. Stay at least over 100 mastery points. This should win you pretty much every round one. If you stay above 100 mastery points, like get close to 100. It's pretty strong. How many fighters do we have anyway? 1, 2. Oof. We only have 3 fighters. With the Doker on the board. Were we able to beat this Malura? Illuvium is not just a strategy game, it's also a memory. You gotta remember which units performed how good on which wave. I'm scared from this cast. Ah, it doesn't do any damage. Bloom is not activated either, and he doesn't have hyper loading either, so this should be easy. Alrighty, let's rush through the rest of it. Make up for the last time. And just activate the 3 fighters and smack that start button. Alrighty, so now we're gonna get in the 3rd fighter. So we have 4, and then we're able to bond our ranger maybe to the behemoth. And 3 behemoth, 3 fighter, 2 behemoth, 3 fighters. Really strong early on. We could also try to make her a Bloom behemoth and bring in the phosphorus. I don't like the Arcanite too much, but activating Bloom is key for phosphorus. And having 3 Bloom units with our Malura would be really strong. It could work. We need a Earth fighter to work. Perfect. But we don't need it. It's a lot of investment, huh? It's 190 mastery points. It seems like a bit of an overkill. Especially for those 3 empaths. So let's just press that start button, downgrade the armor. Bada bing bada bow. Got him. So what? 3 fighters. 2 behemoths. It's 5. 2 bloom. That's 7. Then we have 2 units left. Which could be an Adorius. Which could be Dualef plus Rake right here. We don't have Toxic, we don't have Enchanter, so that's good. Alright, we said we could beat this, right? Even with 8 armor on our Ranger. Wow, that's scary. I really don't want to redo this. Now we brought in a unit, but we lost the armor on our ranger. But I don't think the spin is gonna harm our ranger too much. So we should be alright. And as long as Rampy... Wow! Never mind. Oh, it almost killed us. Damn. So much damage from the Singe. Yeah, that was calculated. We couldn't have done it with much less than 160, I believe. Nice. And now we got the 6 Earths. No, not yet. We can activate 3 Earths and also have 2 empaths ready. So we can maybe just find a small empath. Or not. Yeah, I don't think we need it for this run. Still a bit sketchy. Let's keep the Malura away. And make sure we let our empaths tank a little bit. And focus all on the Forest. And we should be alright. I know, Malura is just such a scary unit against small units. Against all those tier 0s, tier 1s. He will do so much damage. But at least his cast goes into nothing. Ooh, that was close. Otherwise we probably would have lost it. We might still lose it. With a little disarm on here. There's a lot of damage coming through. I don't think he's gonna be able to cast again. And lucky for us, actually our Atipo came in clutch and is actually tanking the Malura. Because if one of our 2 damage dealers... Boy, he's gonna get another cast through. Come on, Doka. Ow. Oh. Oh, that was so close. Dude, why do I keep doing that? Yo, G-Hamster. How is it going? That was so freaking close that I would like to try to do it somehow differently, but no. We're gonna stop greeting. We're gonna start playing. Well, there's no chance in hell that we lose this round. I have a hard time. I don't want to curse too much because I feel like there's a lot of parents and maybe they would like to watch the videos in the future or already now with their kids. So I totally understand that, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm not cursing like too much, but sometimes habit just takes over me and some curse word comes out. And now I also realized that many, or some people I guess, are very Christian. I didn't think that was still a thing. I'm very not a religious person, but I wanna try to respect others' religions and beliefs, and somebody said that they're offended by too many Christian profanity, and too much Christian curse words, which I do want to understand, but I have such a hard time to not say hell yeah or goddamn or holy shit or something like this. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to contest myself. I would like to. I would like to be inclusive so anybody can watch me, and it's not like your kid needs to be at least 16 years old to watch Illumination. We got the 3 Empath, 3 Fighter, we got the 3 Earth. There is no synergy close that we could complete. We can make it up with positioning because I think we're strong enough for those 5 Earths. The 3 Scion is still gonna be scary. If they get a good cast, they can really melt our units. So we're probably gonna focus on the left side here. Definitely should bring back the armor. Yeah, probably our empaths should tank a little bit as well. Really utilize them as good as we can. Kinda like that, I guess. We're gonna focus the monkey and then hopefully keep running left. Our 2 empaths here are tanking. And our empath in the bottom is also tanking. Blishkas was pretty strong. Our range is dead already. Our fighters are really low health, huh? They're 25 cost, 30 cost. This is no good. Oh man, I'm struggling today. We need a new tactique. Maybe we go for rogues. The fighters are not working out today. I guess it's just a hard wave, and I should have learned from the first time that 6 Earth, 3 Cyan is strong. I might just be immune, but I don't remember cursing too much at all. Yeah, I know, I try to not curse a lot, but I feel like parents, they have a 0 tolerance policy on cursing. So I feel like if I want to be viewed by kids as well, I don't know if I want that, but if I wanted that, I would have to stop cursing at all. Which could be a little bit of a struggle, I guess. And also, I'm not sure if I want to do that, because I guess it takes away from the authenticity if you have to talk differently like you would usually do. I think you can still skip the curses and be still authentic. I don't think it really takes a too big chunk out of authenticity, but still.
Your download.
Yeah, edit it and make beeps. Yeah, that's a good idea for the YouTube videos. I could just have the streams normal with cursing, and then the YouTube videos are edited out. That could be a nice middle way for that. That could work as a nice middle way. Hey, I haven't had that in a while, that I'm actually struggling early on. Usually the fighters carry me out of it pretty fast. Let's check out just our low-cost units. We got a lot of Earth, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Our ranger probably has some Earth augment, so we could go for 5 Earth early on. Could give that a try. We could also go for 3 rogues early on. 3 waters. And then go into rogues and bulwarks with those 2 guys. What do we have as an Earth weapon? Earth dagger. That works. That kind of works. Let's go for Earth, Water, Bulwark, Rogue, Empath. Allez. First we gotta bring the damage though. If we put on 2 Empaths right now, that's not gonna help us much. So let's just go for 3 rogues first. As you all know, we got 3 pillars in Illuvium. We got tanks, damage, and support. And I feel like the first thing you need is damage. Then after that you need tanks to protect your damage. And then after that you're gonna bring in supports to support everybody. I would never start with just tanks. It feels kind of weird. I'm sure just like 3 bulwarks could have beat that wave, but it feels slow and clumsy. I don't know. 3 rogues is the complete opposite. 3 rogues feels fast and sharp. And I also think that's gonna help us cut through the Earth wave at wave 7 or 6. Because Earth, for example, this 10 grit that you get, 10 grit with 3 Earth, is gonna reduce every auto hit damage by 10. So if you have 5 times an auto hit with 15 damage, it's just gonna be 25 damage, because those 15 damage is gonna be reduced to 5 damage each. But if you have 1 auto hit with 115, then you're still gonna do 105 damage. And I feel like the rogues are dealing the big damages, so that could kind of go around the Earth thing. But we also have a lot of small units, so Grid and Resolve is really good versus small units. Versus small, frequent attack, instead of big, not so frequent attacks. So another counter to Earth, I guess, is just bring in 1 big carry, who just one-shots them all. But yeah, we're gonna play Rogue, Water, Bulwark, Earth. So it's a pretty solid combination, I feel like. Another Earth guy, just for good measure. Again, I've been talking a bit too much, not caring too much about what's happening here. And I really hope this series is not gonna be able to just... Whoa, also the Ramphiomiga is gonna hit us all. I don't think Ramfy's gonna do enough damage. We're all gonna have like 20% health left. Yep. Whew. Scary.
Back to nothing.
Alright, one more easy wave, and then we're gonna overinvest and not lose another checkpoint on the next one. What do we need? Empaths and waters and bulwarks. Always good to bring in an Atlas. Atlas is a solid tank for his 30 mastery points. As long as he's able to get in the shield, which he is able, even though versus the 3 big units attacking him, then we already got a lot of value out of him. Yeah, today it feels like every time we do arena marathon tournament event, there is some really hard level 20 waves, for example. That was last time the case, and also yesterday I think 21 was really tough. And yeah, they do early games and stuff too. This wave, you just gotta realize, I guess. On the first time I didn't look, on the second time I tried to play greedy, but you just gotta give the 5 Earth, 3 Sign the respect they deserve. This time we're gonna just annihilate them with rogues, as we should have done all the time. We're either gonna bring in 2 more small rogues, which we don't really have, it's like 100 mastery points, or we're gonna bring in that water. Water Psion, water empath, that's perfect. And then we just need 1 more empath. We said we're gonna overinvest, let's overinvest. Alright, we can position in front of this arcane links. Something you usually don't want to do, but in this case, our rogues are just gonna annihilate him. Because now he's cast, look at that, we will go through 3 units right here. And it probably will. Hitting 2 units, but we got the empaths, we got the heals, we got enough damage on the backline, that's the most important part. Because last try with the fighter, we couldn't really get through to their damage dealers with our fighters. But now with the rogues, that is not a problem, and we got them. Also the water works pretty good versus the earth, they're already hyperactive. Yesterday was tough, I got through 20 with 8 earth. Wow. Played 8 earth, that's crazy. Earth is pretty strong. We saw it in the last, and this is really weak for Empath 3 Air. They got just support, no damage, no tanks. That means we can sell something again. Probably the most expensive guy right here, getting up to 140, maybe this one too, 160. Solid. Are we gonna assassinate Flood? He feels like so useless anyway. Feel like it's gonna be more valuable to get rid of a Lynx early on. I like that. The Flood wouldn't get any mana for the damage though. But yeah, Flood doesn't do any damage. So if we take out everything else except the Flood, every kill is gonna make it so much easier compared to if we took out Flood, they still would have the chance that 3 empaths are auto-hitting one of my units and killing them. I mean, this is a really easy wave, but still. Eight purple, I guess? Not that much earth? What do you mean purple? Earth is purple? I'm confused. Ooh, got a bit closer than we wanted it to be. After all, empaths kinda are tanky, so they were just missing damage, but not had kind of a little bit of tankiness. Talking about tankiness, Bloto is rough versus assassins, and he's sitting in the backline. So either we position our rogues on the right side, and Bloto is hopefully not walking over there, which should be alright. Or we would have to focus the Arcalion on the left, but he's kind of useless if we leave him alone, so I would rather not go over there. And now we bring back the empaths, I guess. Empath frontline. So now our supports are also our tanks, kind of. Especially the shield they provide, which they don't do right now. Which one did I miss? There's 3 empaths right here. 1, 2. Ah, I put in the Scion links, not the empath links. Well, it is what it is. We still get the water buff. Malura was bloom and stuff, yeah. Okay. So, how many earth stacks did you get? 7 earth stacks, and then the rest you filled up with composite affinities that have earth in it, like bloom?
Bada bing, bada bye.
Trippy! So, again, 5 earth, 3 rogues. So that would be at the point where we swap from our 3 empaths to 3 bulwarks. Bulwarks is the natural rock, paper, scissors counter versus the rogues. Especially the Groko with his stun is really nice. And then also Flare with his AoE damage. Really nice. And there we go. 3 bulwarks. I think that should be good. Also got 4 earth. Bringing in an earth next would be nice. But then we gotta swap out the earths, because they are really small, useless units, like this stage 1 fighter. He's not gonna make it into the final team. Or this stage 1 empath. Like the earth. It's like this. The empath monkey can be pretty good to stun, if you place the stun very well. But in the late game, no chance. Yeah, 5 earth and the rest synergies. Sounds about right. That's so much defensive. If you also have like 3 bulwarks in those 5 earths or something, then you're really stacking defensive traits, and then you just need 1 big damage dealer. Gotta protect him from everybody else, and you're gonna be alright. Or stunner in between. You on the outside, empath in the back. We'll have 2 empaths. But yeah, this should be an easy wave. We should have positioned our rogues somewhere else, but they can have a little stroll. Walk over to our units. Once we enter like the mid-game, past wave 10 and stuff like this, or in general the early and mid-game, as soon as I see a few big units, like here, enemy has 4 units, one of them costs 100 mastery points, that's when I know it's probably a weak enemy team. Some 100 cost units, like a Ramfire with perfect augments, is gonna be very strong, or could be very strong, but usually, although big cost units in the early and mid-game will end up being a very weak enemy team. Because the synergies are worth so much more than just having 1 big unit. 5 rogues, good thing we still got our bulwarks in here. So position them in the back. Also get our stunner in between. Kinda like that, should be alright. Is there anything we can assassinate? No. Alright, let's keep them all on one side. Maybe we bring in a quick empath or a quick rogue, actually. A quick earth. 5 earth is gonna be nice versus the rogues. We have bulwarks and earth. So the rogues will just do 0 damage. You can see it right here. Or one of our worst units can just solo tank 2 rogues as a fighter. Now we have tankiness. We have some damage. Our damage is a little bit lacking. But I think we're gonna complete the 3 empaths first. Oh, we're 8 out of 8 units. I didn't notice. Yeah, I guess we're gonna drop the 5 earth, finish 3 empaths, and then we're gonna bring in 1 main carry. Oh, we also have water and fire. Oh, man, there's so much stuff to do. I could sit hours probably in a deck builder and just look around, try to find the best. Alright, so let's see our water and fire units. Got a Scion, Empath water. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Completing two synergies at once. Boom. Amazing. Look at that. Now, if we could swap this earth to be a fire, we would have the perfect setup. But not yet. Our rogues attack the flesh. Right here. Maybe we can upgrade some rogues and keep the same affinities. There's an air. That's it. A lot of Scion today. Looks like a tough run. We got Scion, Aegis, Wildfire, Earth. We should be strong enough. But I think soon it is time to bring in some augments. Or at least upgrade our damage. Swap the rogues to be... Right, it's too early for a Ramfire, if we even play a Ramfire. So we swap them probably to be... I don't know. I don't think we should play Behemoth without a few fighters to buff them. The probably Marlura Phosphorus is gonna be them to have, but at least they have a lot of sustain too. So it kind of plays in what we have right now with water, empaths, giving us sustain and ramping up over the time. Like the longer the fight lasts right now, the better we are. Because we're casting, we're healing, we're sustaining. And we're just killing the enemies slowly, but one by one. If they have some sustain with a lot of nature and empath and stuff, that will counter us right now. Because we don't have the damage to get through their sustain. But dual F, do we really have to reposition everybody to the right, or just our rogues doing the job? That should probably be fine. Just give them a tank there. And we're good. Could have downgraded the armor a little bit on our ranger, get 140, but we should be good. Dual left dead, couldn't even cast once. Let's check out the damage graph. I'm just assuming that we have low damage. I didn't actually check it out. Our slapping 40 cost rogue carrying with our ranger, and even the how's he called? The gorilla, the lesser gorilla is doing a fair amount of damage. Oh, it's gonna be heartbreaking to split up this perfect combo. I think first we're just gonna bring in some augments and ride this team composition a little bit longer. Reduce energy resistance. No need, we don't have much energy damage. Gain 2 omega power per second. Don't really have a caster for that either. On crit, gain crit amp. That's what we need. So you need precision and attack speed to trigger this augment a lot of times. Now we're just gonna give you something. That will complement that. Lifesteal could be nice. Energy regen not so much. Giving attack speed to your nearest allies. We give that on the other rogue. So those two get attack speed. Yeah, and I guess that's it for now. Be strong enough. We should reposition everybody to the left, but those are empaths. But we can also leave them alone, because usually an empath has like an impact area around him. There's like this big. So since there's nobody there, no enemies and not really any friends, they're just being useless over there. So usually an empath that stands alone, you can often ignore them and they're gonna be useless. Best example really is the Archie line. If you have an Archos that is placed somewhere solo, you miss out a lot. You can't heal anybody. And if you don't send any units there, he can't root anybody. And he's just, you get some auto hits and that's it. Alright, Rogues focusing Scoriox, looks easy, small enemy team size, signalizing weak enemy team. Blaze Knight Omega probably the biggest threat, only hitting 2 units though. We really buffed the damage of our Rogues. Right now they're blinded, but that's why Blotto is so strong against Rogues, but they're way faster. I wish they would give us the team builder to work with now, to help with the wait for PvP and bad mood in Discord. I don't know if it's gonna change the bad mood in Discord, but yeah, it would be nice to work on the real deck builder already, especially because it's in the browser anyway, it's a homepage anyway, but I guess it's just not finished yet. One thing I gotta say, I think there is some homepage which has a team builder, deck builder. I know it's not the same, but very similar. I think you can start building some decks just for fun on some homepages. I don't know if it's Illuvidata or Illuvihub or Illuvium Master. Those are the 3 big ones, right? I think one of them has a team builder, if not all of them. Maybe. How many power per second? I really want to bring this in. Okay, we don't want to split up our Rogues yet. We don't want to split out our empaths yet. It's tough, because our Rogues and empaths are both just water and earth, so it's such a nice early comp, but it's just 2 small units for the late game. We could swap out one of our earth with something bigger. Not really though. Today's a weird deck. There's a lot of heavy units up here. A lot of composite stuff. We could swap out one of our Earth Rogues with a powerful Steam Rogue. That works. Upgrades our whole team. And I guess the casting omegas, the casting augments we could slap on a steam on a rake. Ooh, that's gonna be scary. Our rogues are actually positioned to attack the Seer instead of over here, going to the Adorius. So that might be our downfall, because Seer is definitely gonna get a nice heal. Boom, it's almost full again. But he actually didn't do a lot of damage to our units. Grocco also stunned him out of his spin. So that helped a lot to mitigate a lot of the damage he would have done. Now we just gotta get through those hyperactive Mystic. Nice, Phosphorus is dead. And with that we got it. Now they only got Jotun left. But our half of our team is actually, or most of our team is on the Mystics. Look at that, how much they're healing. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one to actually find the damage to kill one of them. Or to out-sustain them in the overtime. Which is happening now. Wow, so close. Gets out another heal. 3, 2. Oh, wow. Sheesh, that was close. Alright, it's time for change. Time for a change. We gotta remove something. Don't really want to split up the bulwark. I'd rather upgrade them. Well, the only upgrade we can do is bring in the Crunk. Since we got so much sustain and we got water, I just want to bring in the Dual F right now. That's actually all I want to do. We don't want to lose the water for that. So what are we selling? Breaking up empaths? Yes, we're breaking up empath and rogue. Empath and earth. What is it? It doesn't matter too much that his abilities can crit, because he just is a ticking time bomb with that Omega, gaining Omega power per second. But now, what augments do we give him? Tanky augments? Omega power? Energy attack damage and attack speed? I guess we'll try with that. And now we just make sure that there is no rogue coming onto the dual F, which is not the case, and then we're good. Looks pretty fine. We're down to 40 mastery points, but we're transitioning into a new composition, so that's when you're usually gonna use up more mastery points to get there. First cast of dual F is doing a fair amount of damage. Wasn't able to kill one unit though, so we need the next one to be way bigger. That was a bit of a failed transition into a new composition. What else could we do? Our ranger right now is an earth rogue, so we could make her a phantom. Keep the rogues, keep everything the same. It doesn't work. We just can't have 3 empaths, 3 rogues, 3 bulwarks, and something else. That's 9 units, and 9 units is all we got. But I want to try the Ramfire, just because I love Ramfire. So let's break up the earth empaths again. Bring in this guy. And if I bond you, I get a magma. What do we get? A magma phantom. Would be nice to have a bloom phantom, and then get in 3 blooms. For that we need a nature scion. Or we need an earth rogue. Bit easier. Two bloom, 2 phantom, 3 bulwark, 3 water. Looks alright. Looks way better, at least, already. We didn't really have time to... Well, that's the easy wave anyway. Get in another bloom. Probably drop a rogue for that. We don't need the crit chance from the rogues, really. Yeah, I think Illuvium Master has it. This wave stopped me several tries today. Yeah, it's a rough one. Which one was it? The next one? No, this one is still okay. Alright, let's get a bit of organization here. We got tank. Earth Rogue, don't need that. Except to bond with our ranger. Do we have a... Can we get a nature scion? No. Oh, If this guy was Nature's Scion, it would have been GG. We could bring in the Synalf instead of this guy. I do want to have everybody on one side, by the way, just so all the enemy team also is on one side and we're able to just blast them. I really want to have the 2 augments on our guy. Probably gonna sell you. Nature Bulwark. Damn. Alright, it's a pretty good setup so far. The only problem I have with it is that we have to have this small earth rogue in there, just to make our ranger a bloom phantom. So we might just do something with that.
Is complete.
Maybe we can find a better rogue, earth rogue. That could already be nice. Guess not. For Nature's Scion, the 2 options we got. Or we make him a magma ranger with a seer. We're running out of space though. Or maybe we leave it like that. It's not bad at all, actually. Let's see. We need to redo our ramp fire because it has the wrong stats on the augments. So we want to give him Omega power, I guess, and health. Attack speed. I guess health. Just give him health. No. The Link should have been here. Now he's tanking the Umbre. Is that the wave we died on? Wow, the next one looks rough too. Oh, Ramfire dead already. Rough. Hey, are we not reaching wave 20? What's going on? It's a tough day. Alright, change of course. We go for blooms. Bloomers, boomers. Let's get those two guys in. Let's just press start, because I'm sure we cannot lose this round. And get 3 bloomers. Boomers. Just feel like we don't have the damage. Like a Phosphorus without his ability to crit is gonna not be able to solo carry us with the damage-wise, I feel like. I guess we just do an out-sustain combination. 3 bloom, maybe some natures, empaths.
Back to nothing. Bada bing, bada bye.
Nature Bulwark. There we go. 3 bloom, Vanguard, Bulwark. Done. Done deal. No chance we're losing this wave with 2 Vanguard, 3 bloom. Phosphorus tanking the main damage dealer of the enemy team because we're already killing Dualev up there. Like, we're gonna be dominating this round all of a sudden. Try crit damage Rampfire. Yeah, but his Omega cannot crit because we don't have any augments for it. We don't have Successor's Gift, Lights Chosen, Stage 2 or 3, or Final Abunding. So he would just crit on his auto attacks, but Rampfire does his most damage with his ability, right? So giving him crit and precision without his ability being able to crit, I don't think it's gonna work out. That's why I gave him Omega Power. Sweet! Alrighty. I guess 3 bloom it is. 3 bloom, 3 water. 3 water is not that important, I feel like. Also the augments, I just put him on right now to be good against the rogue that we were tanking. I don't know if we keep it. Versus Rampfire, it should be alright. Let's tank Rampfire over here. Our rogues are going for the Scoriox and this guy. Very solid. Don't think we need to do much. Who's gonna get this augment? Gain 2 Omega Power per second. Look at our phosphorus. Yeah, we're tanky now. I mean, we got the sustain. I guess we could just play for sustain. And maybe give this... create some crazy heals with those 2 augments. Hey, let's try it. I'm stoked for that, actually. But we need a lot more money for that, too. Also, instead of the water... we don't need you. At all. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We just drop the rogues, we bring in already the rake and this sinner. Yeah, I guess Sinnoh is gonna take the water spot for the rogue that we dropped, so we still keep 3 water, and then instead of the rake, because we're not gonna have rake and Duelef, we're gonna bring in the Adorius. And yeah, Sinnoh is just gonna push our damage a little bit more. Oof, and we really need Adorius to heal us against all this stuff. Oh, it's wave 22. Let's please not lose this. I mean, we still have our 3 blooms, but they have so many more units. It looks so bad. But our 3 bloom do have a lot of sustain, huh? God damn it! One more checkpoint to reach wave 20. Like, we reached wave 20, but we didn't beat it. God damn. Not my day today, but as other people have said, it's not their day today either, so I guess it's just... it is what it is, huh? It's just a tough day today. Alright, let's think. 3 bloom is all about sustain. So we have to play Adorius with. Phosphorus could probably be our main damage dealer. Let's find out if the Omega power would actually boost his damage a lot. I guess so. But then again, he's just too good with the defensive augments. We can split up the water. We don't really need the water, I feel like. I think it's a bait. Let's get rid of you and you. Bring in another tank instead. Let's try this. Vampiric Price to have lifesteal. and Exalted Powers Ascent to have a lot of damage. And hopefully the extra damage, will now be able to heal against the extra damage he's getting. Looking alright. Yeah, I think that's the play.
I shall not be defeated.
That's it. That's our core build for today. 3 Bulwarks, 2 Vanguards, 3 Bloom. And now we gotta find the units that will help this core build to succeed. So since we're already going for sustain, might as well bring even more sustain in. And then, since we lack a bit of damage, we could bring in the Furiox. It's gonna do a bit of damage. Bring the Arcanite also to Phosphorus. And that could be our last unit that we bring in. But for now, we don't have money for that. Which is kind of awkward for wave 18. But let's see. We also dropped our Rogues. So that's also kind of awkward versus that dual left there. But we'll see. My great hope is that Dorius will just not die versus this Dualef. Dualef will die versus our 2 Vanguards. It's actually being taunted, which helps our Dorius a lot. Dorius gets out the first heal. He has that extra mana regen, but somebody did a lot of damage to him. I wonder what that was. Oh, it was the Umbre cast. We're still looking good. Umbre is dead. Our blooms are still alive, also hyperactive. So now we have so much regeneration on them. Look at that.
Back to nothing.
Nice. I guess that's the team up for now. Oh, we also get 3 fire. Which is alright. 10% extra damage for our units. 30% for our fire units, but our fire units are not really the main carries, so that one doesn't matter too much, but not bad. Gotta bring everybody away from that Ramfire. That's basically the main goal for this run. I think Adorius in the corner here should be fine. Then... Ramfire's gonna land here. I hope we can pull him over here so then he doesn't hit our 2 units over there. Roku can just tank the other guys on the right side. And that should do it. Spread that damage a little bit better. Dualef is gonna attack this guy. And the others are gonna attack this guy. Good. Ooh, we didn't bond. Ooh. That was close. There we go. Nice, look at that. Pulled the Ramfire all the way over there. Oh, he was Phantom, you're so right. And you have the right name for it, Illuvifact. I completely forgot he was Phantom and was critting. Yeah, definitely should have give him the crit stats. Precision and savagery. I don't think it would have changed too much though. But it would have been definitely the right play. I guess this is just where the best would be if we would be able to get a Phantom Bloom Ranger. Because I don't need our Ranger to be Vanguard. Vanguard would be good with Ramfire, but we have nothing to protect in the backline, so Vanguard feels a bit of an overkill. So if we, instead of the Furiox, we could bring in a Ramfire and then bond our Ranger to be a Bloom Phantom. So because we need the free Bloom. But we could drop the Vanguard for Phantom, bring in the Ramfire. That would be really nice, but we can't do that. We could do it, we just need a Nature Scion, right? So we need to bring in this guy just for the bond. And then we would have to drop Adorius and Furiox. Feels worse than this. So we're just gonna play the Bloom full on. Wave 20. Let's see. Where's their strongest guy? Wave 20 looks super easy. How did we die last time? Because it's 8 Earth, eh? God damn. Where's the rogues? 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Alright, Groku can take those 2 on the right. You take those 2 on the left. Let's give him some help down here. This guy can stun, so we want to bring away our Adorius from the stunners. Probably position him here, then he's gonna tank those 2 guys. Gonna tank the rest over there. I like that, I think. Energy regen on the Adorius, I guess. Ah, attack speed is so strong too, though. I probably have to go with the attack speed right here. Alright. If I didn't screw up with the positioning with the Adorius, we should be alright. Should only have 2 units on him. Perfect. But those units do a lot of damage. Ow. Oh, we got 1 heal through. Didn't think they would do so much damage. There's just a little fighter and a little tank. Now we have a really good line for our Phosphorus though. Look at that. His cast goes through like 5 units. We're just outnumbered again. Come on, Phosphorus, start doing some damage. Needs a few more casts, but now the overtime comes in. It's gonna be rough. Come on. Come on, guy. Oh. Oh. We couldn't get to wave 20. I'm heartbroken. Oh, that's rough. Alright, I think it's time to check out Spoon's build. Maybe it's time to play one more. Heartbroken. Don't post that. Alrighty, let's cheat a little bit, or not cheat. It's that's why we do this competition, right? Dr. Spoon, what did you do, my man? 5 fire? No. Or yes? 1, 2, 3 fire, 2 magma probably, with the Phantom Ramfire Magma. And 3 tanks. I don't know why there's the Atlas instead of the Krunk. 2 Bloom. Yeah, so basically the 3 tank, 2 Bloom Ramfire build that we thought about with the Seer Magma Ranger. And then even the Furiox for the Arcanite. Oh, it's for the fire to boost Ramfire's damage. Alright, let's do it again. I wish now I didn't look and just tried Ramfire without looking first, but it's alright. It's a crazy build. I don't really get the Atlas, I guess, because it's such an expensive build that he just didn't have money to upgrade to the Krunk. To the Krunkster. Because Krunk I feel like is way better than Atlas if you don't get Atlas for the water, which didn't happen here. Yeah, either mass damage or mass sustain, but we don't have the Mystics today. We don't really have the strong empaths. So we could out-sustain this wave if we had more empaths, stronger tanks, more Mystics. But with the deck we have, yeah, I think the play to go is like just full damage and try to blast them away as fast as possible. Which will happen with the Ramfire build once I realize that he can actually crit with Phantom activated. It was a bit of a brain fart from my side there. But brain farts happen, everybody. Don't never forget that. Alright, we start with the 3 fighters. Still really enjoyed our early game composition, so we're gonna go for that again. Almost a perfect build. Nature, water, earth, bulwark, rogue, empath. We just click at earth and water right here. We can see it already. Empath, bulwark, rogue, empath, empath, rogue. What did we do first? First we went for 3 earth rogues, right? Something like that. Or for 3 rogues in general. We don't need it for here. We can just go for 3 earth versus those guys. Also downgrade our armor. Knowing the final build and actually getting there are 2 different things. Yeah, that's true. But I feel very confident in the early game. Well, today was had a bit of a struggle, but I don't know. You just try to slap on as many rogues and fighters as possible, and you should know that the few things that are kind of good, like the few synergies and classes, the affinities and classes, like rogue, fighter, empath, bulwark, those 4, and well, pretty much all the affinities are strong. Earth, fire, nature. I guess air is the only one that doesn't really hold up. Isn't really as strong as all the others. 3 earth, 3 rogues should be enough. 120. Upgrade the armor. Let's go. Oh yeah, no mastery points. Even an augment left on the bench. Okay. So if we wanna copy Dr. Spoon's build, we really have to play the economy early on, which is hard with today's deck. Do you remember, Dr. Spoon, what was your your average mastery points going through the early game? You ever got above 200? Because if you did and you still were out of mastery points, that then I'm not even gonna try. I love it. Just spamming small units and getting all those affinities and classes activated, it's really satisfying. I hope this meta doesn't change, that small units and just flooding the board with them is really strong, and I think the team said they want this to happen. They want there to be a tier 0 strategy where you just flood the board and the guy with the Ramfire and Titan Ore and everything, the expensive Illuvials, won't even have a chance to play them. You just beat them with a free-to-play deck. I really hope this is gonna be happening. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna push for that. Oh, here we have the 5 Earth, but now we have 5 Earths too. 3 Rogues versus 3 Scions. We should be able to win this. Let's focus our Rogues on those 2 Scions and then just occupy the Terra Links with some unit. Like you. Kinda like that. Yeah, the Lynx cast goes into nowhere. Also the Flish cast. So we sacrifice the Atipo for the 2 main damage casts of the enemy. That should give us the win. Dude, Atipo is tanky with the 5 Earth activated. He was living through the Flish cast, the Terra Lynx cast, and was able to stand long enough for another Terra Lynx cast.
Back to nothing.
Never. I'm always on the opposite of greedy. Was mostly around 100 mastery points. Nah, that's a smart move. Restarting over and over because of greediness got boring fast. That's it. Like, just it's so time consuming to try to figure it out perfectly. And most of the time it didn't matter. Today we have a super expensive deck where it does matter and you ran out of mastery points. But usually staying around 100 mastery points till like 20, you usually have enough to do your full build, no matter what it is. Easy wave, right? Yeah. Play. Alrighty, so if we try to stay around 140 to 180, we might be able to have a little bit more mastery points than Dr. Spoon in his rank 1 run. That could help, bring in another augment. But I feel like even more than one more augment or upgrading than Atlas to a Crunk, this is a very minor change. Way more important is still the positioning. If you make one big positioning mistake, like, it doesn't matter what you have on the board. If your dual F, for example, gets focused by the enemy rogue, you're done. It's gonna be a useless unit. So I like that. That even if you know the full build, it's still hard to get to the late game, and then it's even harder to do the positioning right to try to copy. But I'm good at copying. I learned that at school.
I shall not be defeated.
Easy one, I guess. Let's get it at the 3rd empath in though, just for good measure. We don't want to play too greedy. After all, this is supposed to be kind of a speedrun. Alright, where we at? Spitting some facts. Always, mate. Always. Wave 10, got it. Smooth run. Finally, we're having a smooth run. It was a bumpy road to get here. But this run, I think, should be really fun. We can get a 7th Earth. Can we? Oh, the sorting system really annoys me. It's not really intuitive. No, we have no more. Oh, wait. No, we have no more Earth. But we want to bring in the water. Not worse as that enemy team, though. They're pretty tanky, though, countering our rogues a little bit. Let's bring him in. Let's just hold the Lulura down here with the Atlas, and then the enemy loses so much strength already. Because if Lulura right here casts into all our units, that's gonna be trouble. But like this, it should be alright. Let's just leave the rogues over there because I'm too lazy to reposition. He's gonna blind us. Lynx, when he's casting, is giving us mana, right? Yeah, 3 energy regen per second. The water empaths are really the strongest of them, I feel like. And also nature empaths. Water and nature empaths. And as you can see right here, we're dominating these waves. So this means we might be able to go a little bit more up in our mastery points. Next wave, full rogue wave. 5 rogues, 6 rogues. Should be alright. I think we're tanky enough versus them with our empaths. And especially with the Earth really countering those small rogues. So I don't think we need to reposition much. I want to have everybody close together with our empaths. And maybe just keep the Ramphi out of it. Let's put the Atlas over here and everybody else on the left. And we should be alright. -4 armor, giving us the 160 mastery points. Could be a bit too greedy. No, we should be alright. Empath plus Earth just should counter those guys. Look at all those shields, heals. Wonderful. Ramphi Omega goes onto the Atlas like we planned. Perfect, up to 160 mastery points. Next wave. What do you got? Some Scions. Wildfire and Earth. Should be alright, it's only 4 Earth though. 2 Wildfire. We're gonna focus those 3 units right here. Try to stay away from the Arcus. And just have 1 unit over here to catch the Terra Lynx Omega cast. You tank him. Tank him and him. You tank this guy. Our rogues go there, and it might be time to bring in an augment just to buff the damage of our rogues a little bit. Light's Chosen, always good for that. Giving us a little bit of attack speed. Also upgrading our armor, and we should be alright. Positioning wise looks really good. Everybody's getting some damage. We're healing against the damage. We're not really positioned close to each other, so the empaths cannot really buff each other. As you see, the Lynx field right here doesn't hit anybody else. But as soon as we're able to, yeah, easy peasy. Looking good. Next wave.
I
Easy.
shall
Just a
not
few
be
big units.
defeated.
Just assassinate the Duelef and we're right. It's a bit of an overkill, this augment. I don't think we will have troubles. $190 though. That's a really good one. Sapping hacks, reducing the attack speed, and they lose Omega power. Again, we're versus those big units, 100 cost, 2LF. But he's gonna die, doesn't even get a full cast out. So the enemy team just lost over 100 mastery points because he also had augments on him. And if you already know the enemy team will have 100 master points less than it should have had, you know it's gonna be an easy round. Next one, where we got 2 empaths, 4 fire, looks like an easy wave again. We don't really have damage, just tankiness. A lot of tankiness though versus our rogues, so we gotta make sure our rogues focus the enemy empaths over here. And maybe just bring in one more bulwark unit. Tank all of those guys over here. Looks good. Rogues, having 3 rogues is gonna help you so much in the early and mid game. Just to assassinate, if you just position them good, and versus most enemy... Wow, that was a big Titan cast. Versus most enemy teams, you'll be able to assassinate that Duelef or that high threat target of the enemy team. And it's gonna help you so much get through those early mid game waves. If you wanna have a fine time, and if you also wanna learn more rogue positioning, just play more rogues. They're super strong. And if you position them well, you're gonna have an easy time. Example, next wave, Blaze Knight. And Scoriox. Probably Scoriox. They're both pretty important to knock out. I think we're gonna go for Scoriox because all those empaths over here should be able to do enough damage to kill the Blaze Knight, I hope. And again, we're able to assassinate the Scoriox, taking so much power away from the enemy team, giving us the reassurance that we'll be able to beat this wave. And that's like, with the augments, over 100 mastery points just lost in the first 5 seconds of the fight. Blaze Knight we were able to kill the Blaze Knight. And soon, I guess, we're gonna swap our Earth Fighter for a Bulwark. I probably prioritize 3 Bulwarks over 5 Earths. Just a little augment to boost the damage over our rogues. So they're really able to slap down this Adorius as fast as possible. Couldn't even cast once, and we won the round. That's what I mean. 3 rogues, 3 small rogues. They're gonna carry your team so hard. Alright, wave number 18. I think that's the hard one, right?
I shall not be defeated.
Thorns are super strong. Alright, let's do it. Down to 100 mastery points. Still want to keep that econ up. Gulev is gonna be annihilated. Didn't do anything. Everybody else is healing against the damage we're getting. Nobody got any damage yet. Atlas right here is gonna be sacrificed for the Umbre. And now Umbre is on our links, which is not ideal, but we're trying to heal against it. Look at that, how many casts this guy gets out. Giving so much energy to the other empaths. Wonderful. Too easy all of a sudden. Damage-wise, see that? That's just the thorns. This white bar. So our biggest damage dealer was this 20 mastery point augment right here. Which is crazy. Gonna be important to get the ramp fire away from everybody else. So like here. And I guess it's time we have to transition into our ramp fire. Not really good transition. Now we don't have Phantom for a ramp fire, so it feels not as strong as it should be. It's gonna hit the play button. The great hope is that their main damage dealers are just gonna disappear versus our rogues here in the backline. And then it doesn't matter too much anymore what we have on the field. Gotta drop this augment, taking away too much of our Mastery points. What do we need for a ranger to be magma? Magma Phantom. We need Scion Fire. Perfect. Now we got the Phantom and we got the Magma. I need to place down the Magma actually. But just having the Phantom should be enough. We try to bring everybody over to the left side. A lot of rogues coming in. Kinda like that. Big Ramfire cast coming. Oh. Patch. Woo! You love to see it. 14,000. Alright, transition complete. Now we just want to bring in our 2 blooms. Probably gonna drop the water for that. And one thing I'm not sure about yet is if it's gonna be better for our Ramfire to have the 40 mastery cost augment right here instead of the 20 mastery cost right here, which gives him energy regen. Maybe rather have 1 omega less, but wow, that's... Well, we made it, and 21 looks so easy. I don't think we have to do anything. Just hit that start button. Alright, let's drop the water, the rogues. Rogues and the empaths right here. Oh, we're missing 1 mastery point to get in the Malura. Alright, let's bring back a water unit. Again, super easy team. Let's put just Ramfire in the middle, surrounded by the rogues. Have a big tank in front of him. Everybody else tanks a little bit as well. Should be alright. Seven Earth though. Here comes the ramp fire. Batch. The 3 fire really helps as well with his damage. The 30% damage is a lot. Oh, it's so satisfying watching those big ramp fire omegas.
Back to nothing.
Full build. Copied from Dr. Spoon. And it looks amazing. That's really strong. I wasn't sure about the magma. But I guess there's not really another option. We could bring in the Mystic instead. But it's hard to find a composite affinity for our Ranger. Maybe we could make it Spore Phantom? I think there was air. Spore Phantom, that means we need a Nature Rogue. Nature Bulwark. Damn, that was close. Fire Scion. Oh, we need Air Rogue. Yeah, it's just not working. I think that's pretty good. Pretty solid. Otherwise, Dr. Spoon wouldn't have done rank 1 there with it. Oh, there's more coming in. But the Seer tank the rogues back here. Actually. Good. Dude, the Bloom is making our Ranger... Oh no, she's not Bloom. The Magma is making our Ranger really tanky, I guess. She also gets a lot of extra damage. Gotta check the damage graph. Forgetting that. I'm gonna focus Dual F. That's pretty good. Slap on some augments, I guess. It's our final build, so now we can calculate how much more we need for our real final build with all the augments in. We got 150, 170. We got 40 right now, so that's 130, 120, that's like 6 rounds. Yeah, so at 31 we should have a full build. We can start putting in a little bit more augments. Especially this one. Buffing our 2 main damage dealers right here with a bit of attack speed. Energy regen. Who are we gonna put this one on? Not Furiox. Maybe Phosphorus. Maybe Malura. Maybe Seer. But Malura and Seer, it feels like they have better options to put on them. Who do I want to cast a lot? I guess Phosphorus. Yeah, it does look so easy all of a sudden, with Ramfire on fire and the right stats and augments on him. And he goes up to one shot, 2 units. Bye. Big tanks. Oh, I love this stage of the game, where everything is kind of said and done and you just position around a little bit. Bada bing, bada bye. Phosphorus is doing a decent amount of damage, so I guess we're gonna give him Vampiric Price with the energy regen. Probably pretty good. And then enemies lose Omega Power and attack speed is probably pretty good on the Seer. We give him that with this probably. 2 times armor to catch all the rogues. That's gonna be Seer's job. And then we have this one left, which we're gonna just slap on the Malura, I guess. The Indomitable, I've never been able to utilize it. So this augment gives Indomitable to your 2 nearest allies. And Indomitable means for the first 6 seconds, they cannot die. So the tactic would be to put like something super small in front of everybody and then give him Indomitable and they cannot kill him for 6 seconds. So it's kind of like a reverse Granite buff. But I haven't been able to really utilize it. Anyway, you catch the rogues with this guy. You tank the main body of units here. You tank the Dual F. You tank the rogues that are coming in. Oof, there's a lot of rogues coming in. Let's reposition a little bit. Kind of like that. Should be alright. And maybe our Ramfire more in the middle. Tulip getting 1 cast out. Because he got Saccharine Escape. Well, everybody group up please around the Ramfire. Wow, the enemy has a lot of damage. Phosphorus, 1 more cast. Oof. Oof, that was rough. I'm so happy it's 26 and we don't have to replay anything. We just have to redo a bit of positioning. Alright, let's try again. Downgrade the armor, so now we can put a augment on somebody. This one is gonna be huge. Sapping axe against the rogues with armor on our Seer. Let's actually focus the Blaze Knight right here, because the Dual F got the Saccharine Escape. He was able to escape us last round. Since this guy did the most damage last time, our Seer is just gonna hold Ramphi and this guy in this round. And I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen there. Those 2 are frontline tanks. And those 2 are our backline tanks. Good. Looks way better. I'm really sure we're gonna win this one. Dual F Saccharine Escape. This time Blaze Knight. Oh, Dual F Laser. Oh, that's a rough one. I didn't think about that one. Please go up in the air, Ramfire. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Oh man, Ramfire feels like cheating sometimes. I screwed up big time, but just by chance the positioning was perfect for Ramfire Omega. Where's the rogues? Look at Seer, such a monster. With this augment, all those rogues, less attack speed, less omega power, they're doing no damage to him. But they're all hyperactive already. Still looks a bit scary. Ooh, Rampfire. Stay safe, buddy, stay safe. Yeah, we got it. Dude, those rogues sometimes, they do some damage. Actually, the Phosphorus was the main carry in the enemy team. Also in our team, he did half the damage of the Rampfire. You really gotta utilize and give him some more augments. Vampiric Price, I guess. Lot of rogues coming in. Wow. Let's see if Seer can take all of those. And for the rest, there's also a lot of them coming in here. Might have to use our Phosphorus, the backline carry. Backline tank. Upgrade the armor. Send it. Yep, that might have been too much. We should have brought one more to tank all those rogues. But I still hope that Rampfire now goes up in the air and one-shots the whole enemy team. What the hell? Oh, that was amazing. God damn. Rampfire feels like cheating. Looks pretty solid. It's like an easy wave. Enemy Rampfire can't compete with ours. They got a lot of empaths, which are the favorite food of our Rampfire. We're gonna get a beautiful Omega in here again. And I think it was a good choice to give him this augment instead of the energy regen, just to maximize his damage. Because one cast is all he needs. Look at that. Doesn't really matter if it's gonna happen 3 seconds earlier or not. Let's see the other Rampfire's cast. Meh. Couldn't even see it. 2000 damage on a cast on 6 units. 8 empaths. Yeah, we're gonna run out of mastery points as well. 2 more rounds, then we have the last augment in. Oh, we're getting so much damage. Phosphorus might be able to heal against it a little bit, but next Umbri cast is probably dead. Yep. Ramfire Omega coming in. Ah, luckily the Ombre is stacked forward. Bah, we had it probably anyway.
Bada bing, bada bang.
31. Alrighty, 6 air, 5 fighter. Big threats. Don't see any. Looks like an easy wave. I think we're just gonna press that start button. Probably downgrade the armor. Get in the last augment. Who's getting this? Indomitable. I guess the Seer gets it. And what we should do for the next few waves, if there is a heavy physical team or a heavy magical team in the enemy team, we redo 2 of our tanks and give them the either energy or resist or physical resistance. Where's Ramfire? God damn, he died. Well, it's 31. Easy checkpoint. Love it. Yeah, it would have been an easy wave as well if we didn't sacrifice Ramfire there. Didn't really pay attention what happened to him. 2 more checkpoints. Rank 2 already. So I guess we're just gonna put that Ramfire in the very corner. Malura next to him. And then our Ranger over here. Our Phosphorus got shredded. And put you in the front line. Kinda like that? Yeah, this time our Ramfire is safe. Look at that Malura, how much damage it gets. It's crazy. Malura will be casting and Ramfire will be casting shortly after, I hope. I'm not hitting too many units, but a lot of their core units. Half of the enemy team is dead with that. It's still gonna be a tough one. Super close, but we should be able to win this, yeah. Whew.
Shall not be defeated.
Alrighty. Full deck. The only thing that we could upgrade is our bulwark. We need 25 for that. Next round. Look at that. 6 natures, 6 empath. Looks super easy. Ramfire into the middle, I'm guessing. So Flare is here, is just gonna hold the rogue there. And then the rogue is gonna run up to Ramfire. Everybody else is going to the Grocco, who should be able to cast 1 time. Then Seer takes over. He should be able to tank the right side on his own. Maybe more like this. This better. Alright, let's try it, I think. Not sure where I want Ramfire to land, either here, kill all those units, or more here, kill all of those. I guess more on the right side is a bit safer for him as well. Alrighty, let's roll. Good luck, everybody. Looks like an easy wave. Basically all. I think nobody's getting low at all. So Ramfire has an easy time loading up his Omega. Probably now one-shotting the whole enemy team. Yes, sir. Wow. A Ramfire.